There's something extraordinary about discovering a coin that predates the modern Lincoln cent, and realizing it can sell for more than $250,000 at auction. Imagine pulling an old penny from a collection or an antique jar and finding out it's over a century old, struck in 1900, and carries a piece of early American coinage history. Support our effort, subscribe, like, and share so we can keep bringing you more amazing coin videos and help you uncover treasures hiding in plain sight. Now, before we dive in, let's make one thing clear. The 1900 Lincoln cent technically didn't exist yet. The first Lincoln penny was issued in 1909, for the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But the coin that filled the penny's role before Lincoln's image appeared was the Indian head cent, one of the most iconic and beloved designs in U.S. numismatics. So when collectors refer to a 1900 Lincoln cent, what they often mean is the 1900 Indian head cent, the last decade of that historic series before Lincoln took its place. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the 1900 Indian head cent was struck in massive numbers, over 66 million pieces. It's made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that rich reddish-brown tone that still glows when properly preserved. Designed by James Barton Longacre, the coin features Lady Liberty wearing a Native American headdress, surrounded by the word Liberty and the date below. The reverse shows the laurel wreath and 1 cent in the center, with a small shield at the top, a design that represents both peace and strength. Even though it's over 120 years old, many 1900 cents survived in decent condition, but only a handful exist in near-perfect mint state, and that's where the big money lies. Most circulated examples are worth between $2 and $10, depending on where. But when you step into higher grades, MS65 and above, the story changes dramatically. Bright red mint state examples graded by PCGS or NGC can bring $500 to $2,500. However, the finest known 1900 Indian head cent, graded MS67 red, fetched an incredible $24,000 at a heritage auctions event. And certain proof versions, struck in small quantities for collectors, have shattered expectations. A 1900 proof 67 red cameo sold for over $38,000. But wait, that's not where it stops. Unique mint errors have been discovered from this era, and that's where we see those jaw-dropping six-figure sales. For example, a 1900 Indian head cent struck on a dime planche, meaning it was accidentally minted on a silver blank instead of copper, sold for more than $250,000. Another example, a 1900 off-metal error struck on a foreign planche, fetched nearly $100,000. These are the kinds of discoveries that turn an ordinary-looking old coin into a life-changing find. So what makes this coin truly special isn't just its age, it's what it represents. The year 1900 marked the dawn of a new century. America was growing rapidly, industry was booming, and coinage was still done by hand in parts of the process. Each Indian head cent struck that year is a tangible link to that era of transition, innovation, and expansion. Collectors today prize the 1900 cent for its beauty, history, and variety of collectible forms. There are business strikes, which were made for circulation, and proof coins, made specifically for collectors with highly polished dies that give them a mirror-like finish. When evaluating your 1900 Indian head cent, here's what to look for. Color designation. Coins are categorized as brown, BN, red-brown, RB, or full red, ROD. The redder the coin, the higher its value. Strike sharpness. Well-struck details in the feathers and the word Liberty on the headband increase value. Surface preservation. Minimal marks or spots can mean thousands of dollars more. Now let's talk about counterfeits and cleaned coins, because the market for this series is active, and many older cents have been polished over time. Cleaning reduces a coin's value dramatically, even if it looks shiny. A professionally graded coin from PCGS or NGC ensures authenticity and protects value. So, how does the 1900 Indian head cent connect to Lincoln? Think of it as the direct ancestor of the Lincoln wheat cent introduced in 1909. Both share the same copper composition and size, and both represent deeply American imagery, liberty and Lincoln, freedom and leadership. If you happen to find a 1900 cent in your collection, here's what you can do. 1. Check its color. If it still shines red, you may have a valuable piece. 2. Look for proof like surfaces, sharp mirrored fields are worth a fortune. 3. Inspect for off-metal strikes. These rare minting mistakes can turn a $10 coin into one worth tens of thousands. 4. Send it for grading. A certified MS67 red could fetch you thousands at auction. At major auction houses like Stack's Bowers and Heritage, high-end 1900 cents are always in demand. Even mid-grade examples in full red condition attract competitive bidding, often surpassing estimates. And with the increasing popularity of early American coinage, these prices continue to climb. In short, the 1900 Indian head cent, often confused with a 1900 Lincoln cent, is a timeless collectible. It bridges the 19th and 20th centuries, linking America's past to its present through copper, craftsmanship, and history. So next time you're going through old coins or inherited collections, pay special attention to any 1900 dated cents. That little coin might just be your link to history, or your ticket to a 5 or 6 figure discovery. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and share so we can keep exploring the stories behind America's most valuable coins and help you uncover the hidden treasures waiting in your pocket change. Because when it comes to coins like the 1900 cent, every piece tells a story, and some stories are worth a fortune.